the really great teams I've met have figured out a way to visualize their work and their workflow so that they truly can collaborate towards shared goals, work efficiently together, deliver at speed, and have fun while doing so. In this video, I will discuss the benefits of visualization, how your choice of visualization and what you visualize will shape the conversation and shape your behaviors. While talking about the above, I will also share some of my favorite visualization examples. And by the end, I want to briefly tell you about the book I've written about visualization. I hope this video deserves your like and that you will consider subscribing if you aren't already. Ever since I first worked in an Agile team back in 2005, I've seen and experienced the power of using visualization to enable collaboration and unleashing a team's potential. I started collecting ideas. I took photos wherever I worked. I saw so many inspirational ways to use whiteboards and post-its and experienced firsthand the impact it can have on teamwork. Eventually, I ended up compiling them into a book, 96 visualization examples. More on this later. Let's start with the powers and benefits of visualization. To summarize, it offers feedback, helps us reach shared understanding, it shapes our behaviors, it helps our brain process complex information, and it engages and invites to collaboration. Let's start with the way a good visualization offers feedback. But let's begin with imagining life without feedback. How would it feel like to drive a car without feeling the vibrations from the road? No resistance when putting pressure on the gas pedal, no meter showing speed, etc. Or imagine playing a sport without feeling gravity through your vestibular sensory system, or sensing when you hit something or touches the ball. Or the team of doctors operating without heartbeat monitors in darkness. Crazy, right? You would say all of these situations would be really dangerous without feedback. Still, our work environment often looks like this. Colorful and nice, but with very few information radiators that offer feedback on the work we do and our progress. Imagine this instead. A visual board, physical or digital, visualizing work and where it is in your workflow will give you feedback on your progress. And by counting how much work you're able to accomplish during a week, on average, you can forecast when something in the backlog will be finished. Visualizing how work flows will also help us see bottlenecks, places where work piles up in internal queues. This bottleneck here might be caused by a flaky acceptance test environment, for example. Brilliant! If it is, we can now refocus our efforts, help out and improve the stability of the test environment, and perhaps automate more tests. And it can visualize dependencies we have on others and for how long time we have been waiting. And we can create transparency and insight on the pressure we feel from our different sources of work. For example, this team seems to be struggling to prioritize anything else than requests from other teams and fixing bugs. But hold on, Jimmy, you might think. We're working remote from our homes and we don't have whiteboards and post-its. True. But you have something even better. Infinite digital whiteboards. I like to believe that all ideas and examples presented in this video can be recreated digitally. There are great tools out there such as Mural, Miro, Jamboard, Microsoft Teams, and many more. Explore the features and try things out. Now that we got that out of the way, let's move on. Perhaps the most powerful benefit is shared understanding. A visualization offers us as a team shared understanding and a collective memory of the conversation, plans, and work. And the exercise of creating the visualization itself will invite us to discuss how we work and to clarify and agree upon things that might have been unclear. It's often the case that we have different ideas of how things should be done. Once you try to capture it on the board, you might realize they don't match. Great! An opportunity to discuss and find new agreements as a team and proceed with a shared understanding on how we work together. When we draw a workflow, we need to agree upon things like when is something ready to start be working on? How do we choose what to do next? How to test and when can we skip testing? And when we say that we are done, what does that actually mean? With the use of avatars, we can show who is working on what and reveal what tasks currently are idle. One thing to try out could be to use one big colorful avatar for the thing you're primarily focusing on right now, and a smaller gray one to signal where you're helping out. And how about not only discussing expectations you have on each other when collaborating and communicating, but also regularly update your working agreement? Which ones do you honor as a team? Turn them green. Which ones don't you? Make them red, and discuss how to turn it around or how to rephrase the rule into something new that you do agree upon, or maybe even remove it. And visualizations shapes our behaviors. The weird thing about lines, colors, and stickies is that they will shape our conversation and even our behaviors. It also invites to discussions on how to collaborate and how to help out, since we have a shared overview of our work and our progress. It enables inclusive decision-making. The transparency our visualization offers enables us to discuss, agree, and act together as a team. And our visualization will bring our attention to the things we believe are important to us, guiding the focus of the conversation. And we can use it to shape habits. Perhaps we want to encourage more pair programming. Why not track who pair programs with whom on a daily basis? This will bring it to the top of the agenda and help you strengthen this new habit. And visualizations helps the brain process information. When we visualize, we relieve the pressure on the brain, enabling it to shift from storing and remembering a conversation to interpreting and processing data. This wall might feel overwhelming at the first glance, but for the team working next to it, it makes perfect sense. We understand what it describes and know what to look for. It offers us an overview that Jira can't provide in a single view. The colors and structure enable us to quickly see patterns and trends. And the visualization combined with agreements on how we prioritize and choose what to work on next gives us a sense of control. It allows us to zoom in with all information easily accessible. When we don't have to struggle with deciphering something, the brain becomes relaxed and you become a better thinker. And the shared language it gives us makes it easier to understand each other and to discuss problems. And visualization engages. It raises awareness of the things you choose to visualize. And there is this weird satisfaction of moving a post-it or digital note to the done column. It's inclusive. Everyone can engage and have access to the information. And it can be fun. Use colors, images, be creative. But be mindful and pay attention, because it focuses and shapes the conversation you have. Visualization is a truly powerful tool. But sadly, what you choose to visualize will never really capture the complexity of reality. It will always be a simplified shadow. And that shadow, your choice of visualization, will bring your focus to different things and drive different conversations in different directions, depending on how you shine your light. Let's see how this can look like. Let's pretend that you and your family have decided to clean the house together once a week. First, you plan for an hour and create a visualization to follow up on the progress. Then you agree to have a stand-up every hour to sync and decide on what to continue with next. One visualization approach could be to draw a map of the apartment. Another one to create a time schedule. List all the tasks and put rewards on them. A Scrum board or maybe a Kanban board. First example, we draw a map of the apartment and lists the tasks for each room. Notes with our names show where we are working. What could the focus of the conversation be during the hourly stand-up? Perhaps how we avoid collisions? Or how we share cleaning supplies if we want to do the same thing? One behavior that might arise is that people will get their favorite rooms that they own and become really efficient at cleaning. Another approach could be that each person focuses on one kind of job and then we create a time schedule. During the hourly stand-up, we adjust the schedule depending on if work is or isn't completed within the 30-minute time slots. The focus of the conversation might be on the optimal order of doing things. Perhaps we see a behavior of adjusting the time something takes to 30 minutes, sometimes resulting in poor, sloppy quality, and sometimes in unnecessary over-polishing. The third way could be to list all tasks and put a reward on them correlated to the work effort involved. During the hourly stand-up, each person picks what to work on next. The discussions will likely revolve around how fair the rewards are and how well a job needs to be done for one to deserve the reward. Behaviors it might promote is competition, not helping out, and secretly trying to figure out which job tasks are overpriced. Or we use a classical Scrum board, one lane for each room and notes for all the cleaning tasks for that room. During the stand-up, we share progress, discuss which room to focus on and what to do the next hour. Possible behaviors? Perhaps we spend energy on trying to improve our estimates so that we can better predict how much we get done every hour, so that we can forecast when the whole house is clean and we can go home. Or we have the task flowing through a Kanban board, where we limit number of concurrent work in progress, focusing us to help out and collaborate on tasks. We update the board continuously, and every hour during the stand-up, we discuss priority of the backlog. And we'll probably debate if we should lower or raise the work in progress limit. Behaviors we might see are collaboration. We help out to finish things we've started before jumping to new tasks. We might also spend energy trying to figure out more efficient ways of cleaning so that things don't get stuck in doing now. My point is, choose what and how to visualize based on the conversations you want to have and the behaviors you want to see more of. If it doesn't work as intended, try another angle. And start with the needs of the team. If stakeholders or other teams wish transparency on other aspects, discuss together on how to meet these additional needs. Finally, if you want even more visualization ideas for your team, check out my book. The title is self-explanatory, 96 visualization examples, how great teams visualize their work. Link to my shop in the description below. Thanks to help from friends and the amazing Agile community, this book has so far been translated to 10 languages. Japanese, Spanish, Dutch, Swedish, French, Korean, Polish, Chinese, German, and Brazilian Portuguese. Links where to buy these in the description below, of course. Ta-da! That's all I got in store for this episode. Which are your favorite visualizations? What is your go-to tool for remote collaboration? I'm curious. Please share in the comments below. Making videos like this takes time. The support from you, my amazing Patreons, means everything to me. Thank you. As a Patreon, you get early access to new videos, invites to exclusive meetups, and you become part of our Discord community, where many of my guests on this channel are members of. Until next time, explore, have fun, and be safe.